Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Zymax, and I'm your chief show attendant. On behalf of the two hosts and the rest of the crew, welcome aboard Weird Wednesday Flight number 13, non-stop, from your current location to parts unknown. Our flight will be at about 2 hours, and we'll be flying at the speed of sound. At this time, make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position, and that your seatbelt is currently fastened. Enjoy the ride.
What's up, good people? How's it going? Welcome to Weird Wednesday once again. How's everybody doing this evening? How's it going, Jamie?
It's going.
It's
Weird,
it's
weird,
a
weird.
going.
It's going. Oh,
Some
and Dave
people in the
hello.
people are jumping in the chat room. Got Jan,
Definitely.
Scott,
will.
Diane, Turquoise Diva, Greg Wood, Deb Forrell, JL, a special power. Stay
Janet.
with us. Yeah, we took a little siesta last week, but we're back this week, and it's pouring rain here right now. And who knows? Haven't had any problems, but just in case everything goes black on my end, you'll know why. We have some rather foul weather, as they say. Said it was like a 70% chance of rain today. Didn't rain all day. And today's trash day. So, I started gathering the trash up about 7:30, 8 o'clock, and went to start taking it all out to the road. And all of a sudden, the bottom dropped out. Like, yeah, of course.
Of course. We had our flash day yesterday.
Yeah, Craig, it's that time of the it's that time. I was going to say time of the day, the week, the month, the year. It's just that time. You got to keep your head on a swivel at all times nowadays, especially now. It's a fucking crazy world we're living in. Yeah, Halloween to come early, huh? I go in the stores and all the Christmas stuff is already out. I'm like, ooh, it's not even Halloween yet. I always say it. Stay in your lane, fat man. Take your red and white fuzzy suit and stay in your own lane. Don't be pushing in on me. What about Thanksgiving? Cornucopia of fruit and a big turkey. Where's all that deck? They're just going to skip Thanksgiving this year. There's no Thanksgiving decorations. You go from Halloween straight to Christmas.
Straight to 4th of July.
Yeah. Yep. My Wednesday was okay. I've been feeling under the weather for the last few days. So today was a little better.
My mom and I have been feeling weird like that too. Because I mentioned how you and Jason said that last week. And we kind of like that groggy, kind of feeling like you're getting sick feeling, not quite allergy.
Yeah. I've had a little bit of that. This, stuffy, like allergies, like your eyes are kind of itchy and your nose is kind of, boogery. and part of that is, I think it's a side effect from the medicine that I'm taking for my psoriasis, because it says it can cause sinus infections and whatnot. And then, my other issue is my blood sugar is decided to just go
Oh, yeah.
freaking goofy. So I've been dealing with that. The other day I was feeling like complete bag of crap. And I sat here at my chair and I was just like, I ate lunch and I just passed out. Like my knuckles were on the floor. I almost fell out of the chair. And I woke up and I'm like, something is not right. And I checked my blood sugar and it was like 386 or some crazy number. And yeah, so cut out all the sugar, cut out all bread, carbs, everything. I ate salad for breakfast the other morning. That was different. I like salad, but yeah, I can't eat it for breakfast every morning. Making salad dressing, everything. Like I bought some Italian dressing, and like when I don't eat that much sugar and stuff anyways, but when I really stop eating it, like I bought some Italian dressing the other day and wasn't thinking. I read everything, every label that I bought, gotten, in the store, got home, made a nice salad, put a little Italian dressing on it. And the first bite, I was like, this shit has sugar in it. I could taste it like right away. Crazy. Yeah, that's pretty high. It was pretty high. And I'm already taking medicine for it. And they had given me metformin, but I hadn't been taking it. But now I'm taking it. So I'm probably going to end up my ass on insulin or some shit. I got to get it taken care of, though, because, man, when it's that high, I feel like pretty much like dying. It's like, if I go to sleep now, am I going to wake up? Maybe, maybe not.
Well, that's kind of what I pictured when you said that. Like, that can be quite dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I was sitting here doing stuff on the computer and I was just like, dun, 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 dun. Just like totally just passed out. So
my camera. For the past few weeks, I've been feeling so super tired. Like I just cannot get enough sleep. Just like if you're dehydrated, that's how I feel to sleep. And the last time I felt like that was when I think we had that dry COVID run. Remember?
yeah.
Yeah. And as I said, I felt like I had mono, but I was incubating something while I was sleeping. Not quite to that degree. But the funny thing was, the spraying we noticed like a few weeks ago compared to how it's been. And my mom said something and I'm like, and that's how it was. This pattern was the way it was right before the 2 weeks before I got really it's kind of like the same kind of pattern again. So it could just be coincidence because I remember all that, but they are talking about, virus X and all that. I'm thinking, I hope they're not already shooting shit out the planes.
Yeah. Jackasses. Try to get it to you one way or the other.
and we can never diagnose anything anymore, when it comes to trying to figure anything out wrong with us.
Yeah.
There's so many alternate factors, and we just have to use our own common sense and best guesstimations.
Yeah, I've never ever had high cholesterol. I've never had high blood sugar. It's all that's been perfect. I had a little bit of high blood pressure at times. And that last COVID thing with my heart and then the medication that I was taking on it, I got a blood, glucose kit and blood pressure. I keep track of all that stuff all the time. And I was taking this other heart medicine when I was having the heart problems, and I just like noticed my blood sugar started going up, and I'm looking at the side effects of the medicine I was taking. And this medication may raise your blood sugar. I'm like, fucking great. It's like I help one problem and I'm causing another. And yeah, ever since that last thing of COVID, yeah, the floodgates have opened on me.
Something just came out about that now too, and I can't remember. Shit. I'll have to ask my mom, bring it back to you. But something you just said about that, they found out there was something that would actually cause certain things like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I've always eaten fairly well, and drink. I don't drink soda anymore. Every once in a blue moon, I like drink a diet Mountain Dew or something, which is terrible. But I was drinking a few sugar-free Red Bulls, but yeah, now I just been drinking water, unsweetened tea that I make, and coffee, and that's it. And I am drinking a Body Armor Light tonight. But yeah, man, it's not a big deal for me to change how I eat, because I usually eat pretty good anyways, but I just cut out bread, carbs, and it's hard to cut out sugar because they sneak that shit in everything.
And then for me, it's like cutting out I can regulate like with my coffee and stuff the best, I can. I don't even drink 7-Up and orange juice like I used to since I started those key lime LaCroix. That's all. I'll only drink that or actual lemon water.
Yep.
Or the Red Bulls on show nights. Coffee. That's all I drink.
I just bought a
tea sometimes.
I bought a big bag of lemons the other day, and I put it in made my salad dressing after I read the back of the salad dressing that I bought. Made my own salad dressing. Bragg's apple cider vinegar, some olive oil, some lemon juice. But yeah, I don't drink very many sodas or anything anymore. A lot of water.
It doesn't even sound good to me anymore. Like when I go down the aisle and I think, oh, should I get a Sprite just to have a Sprite? No, I don't want one. I did drink some one time since I started the LaCroix after my sister introduced me to them. And so I got some Sprite just to have. And when I drank it, all I could taste was it like sugar water. Like if you took sugar cubes and diluted it into like a shot glass and like drank the water.
Yeah.
And it didn't even, and it was carbonated, but I didn't even taste like the lemon lime. It was, what I tasted was that sugar water.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, hell no.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Like, it's only been a week that I've like tried to totally cut the sugar and the carbs and all. And yeah, anything I drink or eat that has sugar in it, I can taste it like right away. It's crazy. Yeah, like a week or so ago, I was playing disc golf and I was thirsty, and somebody had like those little mini cans, mini sodas.
Yeah.
And they're I went over to the cooler, and opened it up thinking there was water or something in there, and there wasn't, but there was just Cokes. And I was like, ugh. I'm like, well, at least they're tiny. So I grabbed one of those, popped the top, took a sip, and I was like, holy shit, this thing is sweet. Couldn't do it. Couldn't drink it. Took one sip of it and was done.
Even how, no matter, you could have it ice cold too, like ice cold, but it doesn't like make it any better. It's still like disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just eating. Pretty much switched to some meat and vegetables, fish. I've been eating fish and chicken.
It's pretty much your.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like
It's like not a huge change, but yeah, I was eating bread. I was making sandwiches and freaking like nacho chips are my downfall, and pizza. And I'm still gonna eat pizza. I'm not gonna fucking quit eating pizza. I'm just not gonna. We like have pizza night like on a Friday, like every 2 weeks or something, and it's usually pizza that I make.
So. As a Taurus, I approve that message. The only pizza I eat though now is the tortilla pizzas that you taught me how to make.
Yep.
I don't use pizza sauce. It's basically like a pizza quesadilla, but my mom even likes those. She's like, that is a brilliant idea.
Yeah. Yep. I had some artificial sweeteners, but I don't even use those anymore. I would mix like cream and sweetener in my coffee, and started last week. I just made the coffee and I put just a little bit of cream in it, no sweetener or nothing, and like just change it. Just quit fucking around and just change it right now. No weaning onto it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sucks getting old.
Off the dumb shit.
Gotta watch what I eat. Yeah, I got to go back to the doctor because I got my blood sugar down, but it's still high compared to what it should be. But it ain't fucking 380 something anymore. I got that the other day and I was like, holy shit. Freaked me out. Never, ever has it ever been that high, ever. Yeah, it kind of was a shocker.
It worries me though, like what made it.
Yeah, I don't know. Other than this medicine that I take.
Oh yeah, the medicine.
That sucks too. Are you taking? Are you on insulin or anything? I was always not interested in that, but whatever it takes, I'm down for it right now, just so I can feel normal again. I don't want to start taking insulin, but whatever. If that's the answer, that's what I'll do.
They've been having all the insulin talks too. I think I brought it up last time how like Newsom vetoed some cap on insulin that would have made it more affordable, and so all that happens to be coming up again too. Maybe it's just because political vote.
See, that's what sucks, Craig, is I've got a prescription for metformin, and I took it when I first got it, and I'm like, this stuff makes me feel like shit. I'm not taking this. And then I hear all the bad things about it, and yeah, like other countries have banned it. And so I started taking it again the other day like a dipshit, just to try to get my blood sugar down. But I hate taking it, and I don't want to take it. I got a shitload of it that I should have taken by now, and my prescription, they keep refilling it, and I go pick it up, but I wasn't taking it. I got like three or four like 90-day supplies of it.
Oh, prednisone is horrible.
Yeah.
I meant to type that to her on Facebook. I put it on YouTube. Prednisone
Yeah.
is brutal.
Yeah, I was on prednisone for a while too, and especially when I had COVID, and it makes me feel better. Like, but it also makes me gain weight too, and
Side effects.
it's not good for you. And yeah, so now it gave you diabetes. Yeah, awesome. It's like you fix one thing and step out of one hole and into another one.
But they're always making money, right? Off
Yeah,
of
exactly.
one thing or
We
the
don't
other.
want to. We don't want to fix your problem. We just want to put a Band-Aid on it. Charge
Well, activate your problem, make you think.
Yeah, I have started taking cinnamon. I got this stuff called Sensulin, and it makes me feel sensuous. No, that's another product that I have, but now it's called Sensulin, and it's a cinnamon thing, and it's supposed to. I don't know. I bought it like 4 or 5 months ago, and never opened it until the other day, and I was like, "What if I got to lower my blood sugar?" And I saw that, and I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna start taking that too."
Really? Like cinnamon helps with that?
Supposedly. Yeah.
I think I might have read something about that before. We're looking at spices, but I never thought about adding it in with.
Yeah. See, I take a freaking statin too, and that's probably why I have all these problems now, because I've never taken medicine at all. Like when I went in a year ago with heart problems, they were like, "Oh, okay, like give me a list of your medications," and I'm like, "I take an ibuprofen once in a while," and they're like, "Yeah, but what about your prescriptions?" I'm like, "Don't have any." And they're like, "No, seriously." And I'm like, "I'm serious. I don't take medicine for anything." And they're like, "Seriously?" Nobody ever says no. They don't take anything. Everybody's on medicine of some sort. Like, no, I hate that shit. No, I don't take anything. And now I take a freaking handful of pills every day. It's probably why I have problems.
Well, yeah. Walgreens is having pharmacy walkouts. I just was looking something up to do with this stuff we're talking about, and I'm seeing it coming up trending. Pharmacists at Walgreens walk out during citing unsafe work. I don't know if it's just Portland. Why Walgreens pharmacy workers are walking off the job from like 2 days ago. Pharmacists start protesting woes. Well, like I finally just now got my primary.
Yeah.
I have Walgreens, but like, well, damn. So what is that going to mean? Like, if there's no farm, like, what's going to happen to people's medications?
Yeah. I mean, I'm with my medications. I'm on with CVS Care or whatever it is, Care something, and we just got a letter the other day that they've been bought out. And now we're under this new pharmacy, and so I don't know what'll happen with my medications. Hopefully, the stuff that I do want, like my injections for my psoriasis. Did I tell you how much that shit cost?
Mm-mm.
How much they charge my insurance company?
How much?
It didn't cost me that much.
Okay, wait. Let me guess, because my dad's Humira was like, I don't remember how many hundred or tens thousands. Probably like at least 8,000.
Add another 11,000 to that. Almost $19,000 per injection is what they charge my insurance company. $19,000 shot that I take every 3 months. It's fucking ridiculous. Stupid. Ain't no way that shit costs that much money.
Yeah, and that's why I think they were talking about some like $35 cap. They were trying to do it so like no matter what, I might have these numbers wrong, but I remember seeing the words like $35 cap on insulin products, and like they said no.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
What's in it that's so damn expensive?
Beats me. So that's what I was. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm like shooting platinum and gold into my vein, or what's going on. Yep. They gave me Ozempic a while back for weight loss, and I took it. I took the first injection of it, and whatever, I'm allergic to something in it because I like broke out in hives, and I had psoriasis, so I'm itching already. And then this was like 10 times the amount of itching on top of that. I was ready to pretty much blow my head off. And I went into the doctor, and I told her, I said, no, I can't deal with this. It's like driving me crazy. And yeah, you should probably not take it if you're having an allergic reaction to it. Just, go home and take a warm bath. And I'm like, no, dude, you got to give me something to alleviate the itching.
Is it a hairball? I don't know if he's about to have a seizure or if it's a hairball.
Yeah, Walgreens is having some issues all over the place. And out there in Portland and on the West Coast, where they're having people just coming in and stealing stuff and all that. Ridiculous. Just totally ridiculous. At least here in Florida, we don't put up with that bullshit. Come breaking in a store here, you're likely to get your head blown off. All right, we better get to the news.
Do you want me to? Do I have more than you? Do you want me to start or?
Yeah, I've only got 3 or 4.
Daddy, Mama's heart can't take anymore.
Yeah, really.
I have 5 out of the 6 cats right now are like really, really severely sick. I don't like to really talk about it on air too much because, sometimes people. But oh, buddy. And so I have to put up on my page tomorrow. I'm putting up a bunch of jewelry and stuff from my Jamie's jewelry again, and figuring out what I need for all of them to get them all stabilized again and for their next things. And hoping, if anybody happens, I have some Halloween type stuff in there, and if anybody happens to buy any of the stuff, like all the money to any Jamie's jewelry stuff goes to their hospital bills, because I'm going to have to actually take all 6 of them in. Sandy just happens to be the least sick. And so like I paid, I've got their initial blood work and then their antibiotic shot and then the vitamins. And so we have 2 weeks to wait, see how that handles, because, they're all anemic. One has a whole bunch of blood problems. So she's probably going to need the $300 lab work to go outside. And then like Love might have to actually have an x-ray because whatever's happening it's causing him to act another way. Panda is skinny and has an infection. This all happened like in the same month. They all got infected, have had fleas and stuff forever, never had problems. All of a sudden in the same 2 months, these cats start losing weight. Turns out they get anemic and are almost dying. And so they're like different kinds of fleas. So I have to take 3 other cats in for the initial doctor visit, the cheap blood work, which is not cheap. And then they're definitely going to need a antibiotic shot because I can feel that they have an infection because they're warm. And Sandy, she's just starting out, like getting the fleas and starting to feel warm. So she's the healthiest, but I don't want her to, have to get as sick. So anyways, I have a very big job ahead of me pretty soon right now. And so yes, tomorrow you guys are going to see me putting up my Jamie's jewelry stuff. I just some stuff like homemade Ouija board from, the gel, the resin, and some jewelry, and mostly jewelry and some crosses I still have. the protection crosses, stuff like that, just to start out. And all of that, it's not me just trying to make extra money right now. Like, this is all going towards these cats, because right now what I've already put out, I have $38 for food and gas for myself for the rest of the month. And I'm okay with that. I just want my animals to live.
Mm.
But anyways, and this I wanted to go to. I go to like every single year almost. Not going this weekend. Plus, they're having some like rallies nearby in San Francisco. I just don't want to be in the area. But the good old Half Moon Bay Pumpkin Festival. And like I said, I've been going there since I was a kid. Every time I go, I see a vendor on the last day and get one of these glass pumpkins. It was a tradition. I started collecting them, and then Jeff and I would go and get the pumpkins. So if you've never been to the Half Moon Bay Pumpkin Festival, you absolutely have to go. It's just such a fun event, and kids will have a blast. And you can see some really big pumpkins. So,
That's a big pumpkin right there.
yeah, I think it was Tracy or someone said, that's not a pumpkin, that's Jabba's. Hey, Christina, that's Jabba's face.
Mm-hmm.
So Half Moon Bay, California. A Minnesota horticulture teacher set up a world record in California on Monday for the heaviest pumpkin after growing a giant jack-o'-lantern gourd weighing 2,749 pounds.
Holy moly.
Travis Geiger of Anoka, Minnesota, won the 50th World Championship Pumpkin Weigh-Off. Seen us the 50th year, the 50th Weigh-Off too. 50th World Championship Pumpkin Weigh-Off in Half Moon Bay, California, with an enormous, lumpy, orange pumpkin that could produce at least 687 pies. I was not expecting that. It was quite the feeling, he said. He's been growing pumpkins for nearly 30 years, and last year set a new U.S. record for growing a giant gourd. The previous world record for heaviest pumpkin was set by a grower in Italy who produced a 2,702-pound pumpkin or squash in 2021, according to Guinness's. Dude grows his gourds in the pumpkin patch in his backyard. He said this year he decided to give his plants extra care, watering them up to 12 times a day and feeding and fertilizing them a bit more than usual. He's a landscape and horticulture teacher at Anoka Technical College. He's been growing pumpkins since he was a teenager, inspired by his father, who also grew them. He first competed at Half Moon Bay's annual Weigh-Off in 2020 and has won 3 of the city's last 4 giant pumpkin contests. So I would have saw one of his pumpkins because I did go in the last couple of years at least. Like last year, I think it was, because I got that little one. I put in the work so that it was last year. I put in the work so I can put a smile on people's faces, and it's just so nice coming out of here and seeing everyone in this town, he said. The Pumpkins champ won a $30,000 prize for growing the biggest pumpkin and setting a world record. The gargantuan pumpkin will be on display in Half Moon Bay along with the 3 runner-ups through next weekend, when visitors to the city's Art and Pumpkin Festival will be able to take photos with him and his enormous gourd. And that's right where I grew up, in Half Moon Bay next door in Moss Beach. And there are just so many artists and local talent out there, and all the vendors come out. It's just a real good time. Big old pumpkin patches, real pumpkin patches.
These are some huge pumpkins.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any sound to this?
I muted it because it was the
Okay.
new. But I read something earlier where it said that pumpkins this year are supposed to be a lot bigger. I think because of something to do with water or something to do with the weather this past year.
Hmm.
It's like that or GMO, the whole
Yeah.
Frankengords.
Frankengord.
They remind me of big old booties, though.
Shorty got a big old booty.
Judy from the block with the real nice booty. They go in there with the forklifts and the trucks.
Did they ever have pumpkin? God, look at the stem on that thing. They ever have those pumpkin catapult things out there?
No, the pumpkin chuckers.
Yeah, pumpkin chunking.
That would be badass. They should. In fact, they could do that and fire them right off right across Highway 1 into the Pacific Ocean. If that was allowed. Or into the field. And it's a beautiful ride down there. You're going down 92 between the eucalyptus trees. And as you go down, you see all the nurseries. And you smell the wood-burning air from the wood-burning fireplaces and the ukes. So laid back. It's my home when I think of home.
How far away is that from San Francisco?
Not too far.
Yeah.
About 15 minutes. About 45 minutes from here.
One of Darcy's coworkers is having family come in, and they're flying tomorrow out to San Francisco. I was like, I don't know if that's going to be the same as they remember it.
It's going to be really bad. I wouldn't even want to stay in San Francisco. But if they stay on Highway 1 and go towards Pacifica, just staying on highway, the coast,
Yeah,
that'll take you right to like Pacifica, and then like Half Moon Bay and all that's like on the way there. You go down Devil's Slide, so it's not too far if you go that way. But yeah, I wouldn't want to stay nowhere in the city right now. It's all zombie. It's bad. You have to really know where you're going and really know where you're staying, really know where not to go.
Yeah. Well, you know how I always talk about, every time they dig a hole here, they find something. Well, they dug a hole and they found something. They're doing some repairs to the water, like drains and stuff downtown, because it always floods. The flooding's getting worse. No, it's the same as it always has been. But they're trying to fix a little bit of it. But you might expect to unearth something old when you dig in an ancient city, but this was truly unusual. Crews from the Florida Department of Transportation stumbled onto the remains of an 18th or 19th century ship as they began drainage improvement projects on State Road A1A in historic downtown St. Augustine. This is pretty much right at the foot of the Bridge Alliance in downtown St. Augustine. Before any pipe went in, they encountered a timber section of a buried ship. Fortunately, FDOT had already subcontracted with Southeastern Archaeological Research to help if something surfaced. So they already had archaeological people on hand, just because, like I say, anywhere in downtown St. Augustine, every time they dig, they find something. So it's just like it's built in now to have archaeologists there. They have archaeologist research on board to help if something surfaced, and it did, said FDOT spokesman Hampton Ray. The archaeologists went down to dig a little bit further and found what appears to be a vessel in the construction zone. Ray said they found what appears to be starboard side of a vessel. We are continuing to do some excavation throughout the weekend to extract the vessel and move forward from there. The $4.2 million project on King Street and State Road A1A is intended to improve drainage along the Matanzas River waterfront. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, this is the picture. And it's weird because they're not allowing people to take pictures or anything, which is kind of odd. That's like the new thing now. You know, anytime they find something or something happens, it's like, oh, you can't take pictures. But some people got pictures anyways, and that was one of them. Here's another one where they're starting to pull the boat. It's not like a vessel, not like a big ass pirate ship, but it looks like a little fishing boat kind of thing. They're uncovering it there. And then, yeah, let me put the picture up as I'm talking about it. There, you can see it now. And got one other picture here where you can even see more of it. It's amazing how once they start getting into it, God, you gotta hit like 40 buttons to share a picture. How they start getting into it, you know, it's like, it's amazing how well some of the wood is preserved, and it's been underground for how long? Long time, 100 years or more, and even more than that probably. But yeah, there's a couple of videos online that the news has covered it, and of course they've also found all kinds of pottery and some bones and just different things that they're not disclosing as of yet. But I don't know. Like I say, every time they dig anywhere around St. Augustine, it doesn't have to be, you know, any specific, just anywhere. Pretty much anywhere. They either find human remains or boats or cannons, cannonballs, swords, who knows what. Mainly a lot of dead people, but so far as I know, they haven't found any human remains here yet. And I say yet.
Yeah. We're talking about the Amish that, you know, got put on blast. They got shunned, you know, because their phones. It's like, yeah, you know, it is horrible that they actually got shunned over all that, but it is ironic and kind of funny. Like, well,
what do they get shunned for, having phones?
Yeah, because they're not allowed to have phones.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, the emergency alerts going off, and all their interface like, oh,
whoop, that's not me.
Well.
Yeah, I turned my phone off during all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it was over, I turned it on, and the damn thing was like, it went off anyways.
Yep.
Like when I turned my phone on, it went off.
Mine did too. And I heard it when I was on the TV. And I did hear like weird tapping, like thumping, like muted sounds. Then when it went quiet, I turned the whole I recorded it a second, and I turned it off because I'm like, no, I don't want subliminal messages plopped into my mind. So this one here may be the best Bigfoot evidence ever, or it just might be another hoax. Bigfoot filmed staring at train passengers in what may be the best evidence ever. And you can just really get the vibe from the people talking, you know, that they're just so impressed. They say something like, oh, it's the nefarious, the elusive Bigfoot. Like, dude, if you were really seeing something like that, you wouldn't, I don't think. And then it cut off real fast, and then I realized, well, they are on a train, but anyways, this was just obviously a filler article. shocking footage filmed from a train on Sunday, October 8th, might just be the clearest evidence of Bigfoot to date. Shannon Parker and her husband Stetson were on a train from Durango to Silverton in Colorado last weekend when a mysterious hairy creature was spotted on a nearby mountain. Another passenger was quick to grab their phone and film the beast as it walked through the shrubs before turning and sitting down, staring at those on the train. In the footage that Shannon posted to Facebook, shocked train passengers can be heard marveling at the sight of the huge biped. Shannon wrote in the post, I asked Stetson to help me look for elk in the mountains. As we are passing by the mountains, Stetson sees something moving and then says, I think it's Bigfoot. I don't know about y'all, but we believe. The incredible footage has since been shared by Out There Colorado on X, where it has been viewed nearly 2 million times. Shannon told Newsweek the response to the video has been 50-50, with some convinced they managed to film a real Sasquatch and others convinced it is an elaborate hoax. She said when we spoke to the conductor on the train, he told us he hasn't seen anything like it before, and he himself hasn't experienced unexplainable things while snowshoeing in those mountains. One ex-user said, was a little skeptical about this till I saw the length of the arm. The hand was all the way down to the knee. Clearly a Bigfoot. A second wrote, good footage and for sure not a bear. Not sure what to think. Another more skeptical ex-user said, it's a dude in a gorilla costume. A fourth said, looks like whoever it is has bulky clothing on. So, you guys can watch it. I think, okay, they are on a train, right? So they can know that they're going to be on a train and know where the train can be seen and go and have their buddy ATV out there and say, yo, just sit out there in your costume till you hear the train come and then just do some kind of Bigfooty things. And we're going to be pretending to videotape for elk, right?
Some Bigfooty things.
Yeah, do some like Bigfoot type stuff.
Yeah.
But you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the train can stop and they can get out and go chase it, but
an elusive creature. All right, just squat it down. Yeah, let me see your camera. I'll do it.
it's like the train's going pretty slow.
Yeah, the elusive creature.
All right, just squat it down. Yeah, let me see your camera. I'll do it.
It just sounds really laid back and maybe a little lit, and it's like the elusive creature. You'd be like, holy shit, there's Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Not just, we're looking for elk, but there's that elusive creature, Bigfoot.
We're looking for elk, but this stupid Bigfoot got in the frame instead.
Yeah.
Oh, he's squatting down, taking a dump. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if it's real, that's pretty good footage.
He's
but
camouflaged pretty well too.
Yeah, when he sits down, it's like just vanishes right into looks like bushes right there.
Which I always think is like a good tell for natural. If for a natural thing is most things are more camouflaged, to their surroundings, especially when they're wanting to stay hidden. So the fact that it did blend in really well with the background, was a good detail there.
Yeah. I mean, it would be a good place for a costume, like you say, ride an ATV out there and park it behind the rocks and then come hang out until the train comes by in your Bigfoot suit. But who knows? That's what sucks is, these days you can't trust anything. Is it real or is it fake? Who knows? You cast a fake doubt on it, but it could be real.
It could be. And the guy's like monotone thing could just be like everything else. Well, there's Bigfoot, you know, what's new? Like here we are,
Yeah.
2023, and yep, there's Bigfoot. What else would you expect now?
Exactly. Where are the UFOs at? This one is good grief, man. Too many windows going here. This one, I did this on my little radio show the other day. I thought it was pretty funny. Witch doctor in Kenya allegedly sends a swarm of bees to stop thieves.
Ooh.
Oh, you know, when you get ripped off, who do you call?
I call the witch doctor.
Yeah. This one, the victim of a robbery sought the assistance of a witch doctor to help get her stolen money back. In a bizarre news story out of Kenya this week, two women who robbed another woman ended up covered in bees after the victim asked a local witch doctor to intervene. The two thieves had reportedly stolen. They stole stolen about $700. I don't know. It's got SH 100,000 or whatever the money is in Kenya, but it's basically around $700, which is a lot of money, from a woman on a bus that was heading to the town of Kitengela back on September 27th. The victim initially reported the crime to the police, and they didn't really do a whole lot. So then she later decided to take matters in her own hands by visiting a witch doctor who apparently set a swarm of bees upon her two assailants. Sure enough, the bees were later seen wandering. The thieves were later seen wandering through the streets with thousands of bees swarming all over them, much to the surprise of passers-by. They initially attempted to find the victim's house to give her money back to her, but ended up visiting the police station and handing the money back over to them instead. Incredibly, the bees flew off once the money was no longer in their hands. I've never seen such a thing, and I've never believed in such a thing until it happened, said Kitengela Police Station OCV David Shani. Who are you going to call? Call a witch doctor when somebody rips you off and have them send a swarm of bees to your thieves. Bees to the thieves. Crazy. And my article picture wasn't up the whole time I was talking about it. Stupid StreamYard. But anyways, what are you going to do? Suck to be have thousands of bees on you. Kind of weird. They give the money back and the bees leave, though. It's the bee's knees.
It's the bee's knees. I'm thinking boil all those bees and make some tonic for your liver. When I had liver problems a long time ago, there was a Hispanic man that worked at the gas station, and he always was talking about these different remedies and things. His wife, you know. Anyways, I come in one day and I'm talking about my liver. He's like, "Oh, you need to get a bag of bees, boil the bees, and get a bunch of cherry stems and boil the cherry stems, and then you drink the water of the cherry stems and the bees." I thought it was interesting at that time that I was eating a shit ton of actual cherries, though, not the stem, but I was eating a whole lot of cherries. Never did try the bees. At the time, I didn't know where to purchase said bees. Later on, I did get an actual supplier if I needed them, but I never did try that out. No, buddy, not the computer. Just walked across the keyboard.
It's like, don't mind me, I'm coming through. Could you get this crap out of the way? Let me see if things to do, places to be.
Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah. Because I'm not paying attention to him, and him needs some scratchies. Okie artichokes. I'm not wearing my multivite. I did get a little piece of multivite finally, guys. I posted about it. But this rock here could hold secret to our origin. Rock that could hold secret to our origins is hurtling towards Earth this week. Would love a piece of that around my neck. Or not.
Unless it's radioactive.
Exactly. Or not.
Brain swell up and pop out of your head like, overcooked oatmeal.
Like that would be a poorly said joke. Never mind about the brain chip. Rocks that could tell us where we come from will come hurtling into Earth's atmosphere at more than 15 times the speed of a bullet. On Sunday, now, when was this written? When was this written? September 22nd. So this is already come and gone. Rocks that could tell us where we come from will come hurtling into Earth's atmosphere at more than 15 times the speed of a bullet. On Sunday, NASA's OSIRIS-REx capsule will make a fireball in the sky as it descends into Utah's West Desert. The precious cargo on board the shuttle is a handful of dust gathered from the asteroid Bennu, larger than the Empire State Building. And I think on there somewhere, at the top there, they gave like a little representation of size differences. Larger than the Empire State Building. It's hoped the mountain-sized space rock will help inform us of our planet's origins. The delivery of the Bennu sample comes at the end of a 7-year, 7 billion kilometer round trip. Once the capsule lands, it will be taken to the Johnson Space Center in Texas, where a dedicated clean room has been built to analyze the samples. And that other picture, I guess, is one of these photos was an artist rendering. Oh, the little black one, that's an artist's impression of it gathering the samples. And then like the bigger picture of that, I think is actually the delivery of the Bennu sample comes at the end of a 7 years. So I don't know. I guess that's the thing that was grabbing it. The delivery of the Bennu sample comes at the end of a 7 year, once the capsule lands, it will be taken to the Johnson Space Center in Texas, where a dedicated clean room has been built to analyze the samples. When we get the 9 ounce of asteroid Bennu back on Earth, we'll be looking at material that existed before our planet, maybe even some grains that existed before our solar system, says Professor Dante, the principal investigator on the mission. We're trying to piece together our beginnings. How did the Earth form, and why is it a habitable world? Where did the oceans get their water? Where did the air in our atmosphere come from? And most importantly, what is the source of the organic molecules that make up all of life on Earth. The quest to acquire fragments of Bennu began in 2016 when NASA launched the the probe towards the 50-meter wide object. It took 2 years to reach the body and a further 2 years of mapping before the mission team could confidently identify a location on the space rock surface to scoop up a soil sample. Key to making that decision was Queen guitarist and astrophysicist Dr. Sir Brian May.
I was just going to say, this dude looks like Brian May.
The rock legend is an expert in stereo imaging and has the ability to align two pictures of a subject taken from a slightly different angle to give a sense of perspective, making a 3D view a scene. And why does it look like he has balls over his head? Working with collaborator Claudia, the pair shortlisted possible sample sites on Bennu, which were the safest to approach. They established the safest places to approach. I always say you need art as well as science, Sir Brian told BBC News. You need to feel the terrain to know if the spaceship is likely to fall over or if it will hit this rock of doom that was right on the edge of the eventual chosen site called Nightingale. If that happened, it would have been disastrous. NASA regards Bennu as the most dangerous rock in the solar system. Its path through space gives it the highest probability of impacting Earth of any known asteroid. However, the odds of that happening are very low, and any impact isn't likely until late next century.
Yeah, the whole time I was looking at that picture going, damn, that dude looks like the guitarist from Queen. Yeah,
I thought it looked familiar, and I didn't even, when I read through this, I didn't even see that at the end.
I pulled the picture up and I'm like, this is like his twin. And then I forgot he was a astrophysicist or whatever.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the whole time you're reading that, I'm like, this dude looks like the guy from Queen.
Oh, who's going night-night? Good night, good night. Oh, good night, Diane. It's pretty cool. You see that DeLonge started getting, I'm not going to start on all that, but I saw his name pop up again the other day.
Tom DeLonge, Blink-182 guy.
Mm-hmm. He's up to some shenanigans again, I think.
Yeah, he's been a long time believer in UFOs and whatnot. And wasn't he on like some board or something?
Yeah.
Or he started. Yeah. Yeah, he did build his own guitar too. Yeah. Him and his dad. Pretty slick red guitar. Why is this green? Brian May. Yeah, it's like when you're like such a good guitarist, but you're like, it's not the guitar I want. I want it made like this, and nobody will make it. What do? You make it yourself. New study confirms age of oldest footprint in North America. This one says scientists have confirmed that the footprints at White Sands National Park really are about 23,000 years old. The prints, which made headlines back in 2021, were discovered in layers of soil at the White Sands National Park in New Mexico. The find was deemed particularly significant until recently. The available evidence had suggested that humans had first arrived in North America between 11,000 and 13,000 years ago. At the time, scientists of the U.S. Geological Survey had determined their age by conducting an analysis of tiny seeds that were embedded inside them. While compiling this method did not satisfy everyone, and now, 2 years on, The same team is back with another study confirming once and for all that the footprints are as old as initially believed. The new study, which offers corroborating findings using multiple dating techniques, dates the prints between 21,000 and 23,000 years ago, at the time of the last glacial maximum. The discovery could serve to rewrite what we know about history of modern humans in North America and might even push their arrival on the continent back further still. These finds indicate the presence of humans in North America for approximately 2 millennia during the last glacial maximum south of the migratory barrier created by the ice shields to the north. The researchers wrote this in an original study. The timing coincided with a northern hemisphere abrupt warming event, Dansgaard-Oeschger Event 2, which drew down lake levels and allowed humans and megafauna to walk on newly exposed surfaces, creating tracks that became preserved in the geologic record. That was a mouthful. But yeah. Footprints frozen in time. You know, you hear, humans have been here for such and such, 1,000 years, 2,000 years. I mean, this is 23,000 years ago, supposedly. 21 to 23,000. That's a long time. What did they see here back then, I bet things looked a lot different 23,000 years ago. I was watching a thing the other day where they were showing Florida and just aerial view, a spatial view of Florida. And you could see, where different flats and stuff were and sandy bottoms and stuff. And they were saying that all used to be land way, 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 way back. And Florida used to be, the size of Texas now. Interesting. We're just a shrimpy little sandbar now with a bunch of mosquitoes and alligators.
Skeeters on your Peters.
Knock them off.
Got a skeeter on my Peter. Do a couple cat sweeps. This is all I do all day. Because I do not like to use pesticides.
Somebody said diatomaceous earth earlier in the chat.
That's what I have. You know what? I do. I have some of that. My mom bought it, and I have been dusting it on the cat with powder puff brushes and it'll work for a little bit.
Yeah.
They can even eat it. If they eat parasites, stuff like that, it'll kill it. All this is supposed to be great. You can dump it around, put it on their bedding. Yep. So we have a little bottle that we're using for all of them. So I have been dusting the cats with that and then combing it out. But yes, good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. My dogs, they went out in the yard the other day, and I don't know, Dixie rolled in a runny poop or something, a decomposed animal. I don't know what it was, but she was covered with
that weird, creepy, gross, slimy, wet, probably animal.
And Darcy threw her in the bath and gave both of them a bath. And yeah, I didn't know, but they both don't have fleas. But yeah, she said there was a shitload of them on them. We use these little chewable pills that we get. I forget, Bravecta or something. And they tolerate them pretty good. But they're freaking expensive as shit. Fucking $80 for a pill. Ridiculous.
This one here we've got An owner of a pet shop hired ghost hunters to perform a seance. They believed it might be haunted.
Thought the dog was haunted or the shop.
The shop.
Oh,
See, I wouldn't want to do stuff like that. Like I'm weird about even sometimes using certain app. Like back then, like Danny Bigbeard's app, I didn't like that one at all. And some weird stuff happened to one of my cats. Like when I did use it around him.
yeah.
So I was okay. I like if there's weird stuff going on, I don't want my animals around it. Depending on what it is, I don't believe in bringing random dog, like your pet dog, to a random haunted location that you've never been to, because like if they can do stuff to you, they can cause a dog, to suffocate or do something like that.
Yeah.
So I, don't want my animals harmed. I personally wouldn't really want to do a seance at a pet shop just in case it stirred stuff up for the animals. But I guess that falls into any other, case. I wouldn't want to do a seance in a baby nursery either.
Yeah.
But
I fully believe animals can see spirits and hear them and all that.
like I would actually just probably just if I could find a new shop.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe that's just me thinking on the fly with lack of sleep. Tomorrow I might have a different opinion. Pet shop owner in England requested ghost hunters to investigate her store and hold a seance. And you don't even know who the hell's actually doing these seances,
Yeah.
Find somebody on YouTube. To hold a seance after CCTV footage showed various items flying from shelves and orbs floating around the store. 43-year-old Rebecca, who runs Purdy's Pet Shop for more than 2 years, said the strange activity began just 2 months after opening. She said she checked the store's CCTV footage after customers said they saw a shadow and felt tugging. The footage showed Harrington checking out a customer as a bag of dog treats fell off the shelf. Another clip showed a cat toy spontaneously falling off a shelf while no one was nearby. And again, when I was scrolling through this earlier, I didn't see any of these clips. I was having problems, with the Wi-Fi and all, but you'd think they would have saved the clips. Harrington also said a vacuum that was previously broken randomly turned on without anyone touching it. In a video, she showed an employee turn the vacuum on and off as it continued to work. It's off. The battery's dead. We can't get it off. It's off. The battery's dead, and we can't get it off, Harrington said. After reviewing the unexplainable incidents, Harrington contacted Hideous History Walking Tours to hold a seance after she said her staff was too frightened to work alone in the store. A seance is an attempt for a human to communicate with the spirit world. During a seance, participants assemble at either a round or oval table. Often, a medium is chosen to guide the seance. It is believed that setting the table with food can attract a spirit. Harrington recalled an instance when some customers came into the store with their German shepherds who became spooked and would not go near part of the shop. The dog's owner said they don't normally behave that way. So I would trust the dogs over what the people are saying.
Yeah.
She also said customers were complaining about feeling tugged and the animals were reacting strangely. Staff also witnessed orbs following them around the back room. The ghost hunters told Harrington her shop was haunted by the spirit of a man who used to reside in the building and was annoyed by the staff's presence. Since the ghost hunters were familiar customers, she said they organized a seance to raise money for charity, but she did say the experience was weird and that one of the hunters left the room. Oh, as one of the hunters left the room, orbs began following her and she became distressed. They think it's a male that used to live here, Harrington said. It's been a shop for the past 40 or 50 years, so we think it may have been bombed in the war as Comanche was bombed heavily. She also added she did not used to believe in ghosts and that she often finds herself trying to find logical explanations for some of the weird happenings. After news of the seance spread, curious passerbyers have stopped by the pet store to see if they could witness some paranormal activity. Customers also ask if there will be another seance, but Harrington said she wants no part. Newsweek reached out to Rebecca Harrington and Hideous History Walking Tours. Now, they made that public and stuff. If they really didn't want anything to keep happening there, you then wouldn't want to really tell people about it because then they're going to want to go in there and see shit happen, right? Like,
Yeah.
there are those dog treats on the floor. So I don't know. This could be legit and stupid decisions were made.
Yeah.
Or could just wanted to get people into her shop. The fact she already knew the people, is kind of weird.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to say. Could be for reals.
I'd like to have seen the clips.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be so skeptical.
Anybody seen the new Exorcist movie?
No. Have you?
No, I saw the previews for it and it freaked me out. Little girl going, Jesus played a trick on you. Like, oh, that's just creepy as fuck right there. I'm gonna pass. I like scary movies, but something about those just kind of like give me the heebie-jeebies.
It's another damn remix, though. A reboot.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, I got a Crystal video. You want to do another article or you want me to roll with this? Want to do some CODs?
Take it turn. Yeah, go. The other one was just about. I'll save these for next week because it was the one about the ghost truck and then the Annabelle on display. So yeah, do the video, do some cards.
Alrighty, here's this week's Christian of the Week. Maybe. Come on. You know you want to play it. Good grief, man. All right, here we go. Welcome to this week's Crystal of the Week. It is Heliodor. Heliodor is also known as golden beryl. It's a very rare variety of beryl that crystallizes in the form of elongated rods with natural etching and smaller mass formations, but large enough for carving and sculpting. The bright golden color of Heliodor is known for and comes from inclusions of iron within. These same inclusions, depending on an amount and density, can also give Heliodor a yellow-greenish tint. These are deemed lower quality in some collectors' eyes, but we believe the energies are exactly the same and just as powerful. Heliodor was first discovered in 1912 by E. Kaiser in the African county of Nambia. The pure yellow beryl deposit was designated Heliodor after the Greek word helios, meaning sun, and doron, meaning gift. With it being the only vein in existence, since that time the name has been gradually absorbed and refers to all of the world's yellow beryls. Although that is still a hotly debated subject amongst geologists. Important is Heliodor localities are thin and spread throughout the entire world, with major deposits in Ukraine, Sri Lanka, Namibia, Brazil, Finland, Russia, and Madagascar. There are a lot of strange and beautiful creations in nature, and one of our favorites is aquamarine, crystals that have a thin top layer of bright yellow Heliodor. If you are given the chance to purchase one, we highly recommend it, as it shows the true beauty of Mother Nature and the diverse capabilities of iron, which causes the color. It's a very rare beryl. One of the main reasons why Heliodor isn't known as other beryl varieties as popular is it's solely due to its supply line. It's one of the rarest beryllium silicates on planet Earth, with much of the lower quality material being heated at high temperatures to produce an artificial aquamarine, which has the trade name and can sell quicker and for more. This is a huge international problem, and it's part of the reason why your local jeweler doesn't sell any sort of golden beryl. Due to its concern in the industry, everyone looking to buy any form of Heliodor should be extremely wary and question the salesperson about its locality and natural color. One of the indicators to look for is its natural etching. Some of the meanings and energy behind Heliodor. It's one of the strongest stones in helping achieve a connection and ultimately control over their personal will and solar plexus chakra. In a sense, this beryl is the key to unlocking parts of who you are that you never even knew existed. Interesting, huh? As your second mind is housed in the gut, one is able to produce intellectual capabilities from this region. This is called our primal instincts, our more spiritual sense, our divine intuition. This brain holds a much deeper emotional connection to our soul and truly differs from our mind during pivotal life situations. Heliodor enables one to have more control over these attributes, as well as helping to develop an understanding how far to convey them in this planetary realm. Negative energies surround us daily that often push one towards a path of darkness. The golden light that radiates off Heliodor will help avoid that. Heliodor provides a light of beacon that can drown out any useless habit or action that divides us from our true self. Though this enlightenment, one will soon find themselves working towards endless happiness, which starts from within. There's just a little bit about this week's Crystal of the Week, Heliodor. You know me and those yellow crystals.
That was the first thing I thought. It's very beautiful.
Yeah, I went to the Jacksonville Gem and Mineral Show. I worked there Saturday morning as security, and then the last couple of hours or so I spent shopping around, and I was looking for like gemstone beads and stuff like that. I didn't bring back any crystals, really. Not to say that there wasn't some that I really wanted. I just didn't bring enough money.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was some really nice stuff there. I posted a bunch of pictures up. But yeah, I bought some beads to make more and jewelry and
You
stuff.
got
With.
some strands.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them. I bought some really cool wooden beads and beads made out of coconut and
Ooh.
stuff. And the only thing I didn't find was turquoise beads. So I had to order some of those. For some reason, they're turquoise. There were several dealers there that had beads, but there was one there that had really nice turquoise beads, but good God, they wanted a fortune for them. I guess they had stowed about the show and said, "Hey, there's no other turquoise beads here. We'll jack the price up on these." But yeah, I wasn't going to pay that much for them. But yeah, I bought some wood, some coconut, some lava beads, some good grief. I bought a bunch of pearls. So I'm going to string some of those up. Got small ones, big ones. Not big, but small and medium size. Bought some garnets, some lapis lazuli,
Ooh.
some amazonite. What else did I get? I got a bunch. Moonstone.
I love Amazonite. That's the blue one, right?
Yeah, it's kind of aqua blue.
I always pronounce that one wrong, but that's actually what I used. Because I was going to sell it, so I put it in my other pot. That's what I have put in the back of this little planchette. A lot of it, because I just love like the calming, cooling, like feeling I get from that.
Yeah, that first bracelet of ghost beads that I strung up, I used Amazonite, and it came out. I really liked that one. It came out good.
Yeah.
Didn't last long.
Nice stuff.
Oh man.
Wool. I don't have a link for my. Well, I have a page, a jewelry page, but it's like not organized. It's like a mess right now. But what I'm doing is I'm putting some stuff together, and then tomorrow, hopefully, I'll have it just listed on my profile. Are you okay, love? Uh-oh. And in a couple other places. You okay, baby? And so I'll have it like posted around. Oh, love. Poor baby. Poor baby. Okay. You want to do some cards too?
Yeah, I could probably find a deck to use.
You think you might have one?
Maybe.
I already fell in love with this one. At first, I thought the artwork was a little bit different, more like, I thought it was a little bit different because of the ad that I had seen, which I still liked the cards, but it wasn't expecting. But once I started looking at them, everything from the color, like the backs of the cards, they've got this like real cool kind of blue designs to them.
Oh yeah.
And I just enjoy. I haven't done like the unboxing on them yet. And it is different than it's kind of the same but kind of different. But I'm already digging these ones. I pulled a couple for myself and a couple for Jeffrey. Day-Day. I meant to do just one, but they had them stuck with each other. So, of course, Day wants to now sit on my card table.
Of course.
Day, come on, dude. See, Dare want the computer. Fucking A. Hmm. Yes, Lori, absolutely. So, if you would like a card, say yes or a thumbs up, and we'll get you guys down. Oh, cool. All right.
Oh, jeez. I hope I don't have an avalanche here. This is sketchy.
I heard a buzzing too.
Yeah, that's this. Something about my flashlight. Didn't like being next to the mic so much. Yeah, I got a stack of cards on my shelf up here that is like taller than me, and it was like Jenga. I was like pulling out one from underneath everything, going, "Oh, please don't fall! Please don't fall!"
Hey, sister. I won't be able to put a link, I don't think, on YouTube because it's going to be on my my Facebook most likely, unless I put it on. I might put something on Instagram, but that would probably link back to Facebook anyhow. It depends how much time I have to get things done. But yeah, it's mostly going to be on Facebook. Linda, Janice.
Also, if just want to interrupt here real quick, if you're a Patreon subscriber, if you could text me your address, your mailing address, we got something for you.
Got something for you.
So yeah, I'd like to get those sent out like this week if possible.
Yeah, I still want to see the whole which the whole package you ended up putting together. We've got I don't know if I missed anybody. We have Lori, Azariana, Turquoise, Debbie, Janice, Linda, Janice, and Craig. Wait, is there two? Yeah. Oh, Janice G and then Janice. And then I'll start with Lori. And so then Rob will have Azuriana.
I'm using the crystal.
I was thinking about those ones the other day. Lori got the Blood Moon Courage card, which is actually the same card I pulled for myself the other day. And Blood Moon Courage. This card brings you courage. You're halfway through your current battle and you have more left in reserves than you think. Be courageous. Humans often struggle with change. but sometimes change is absolutely called for. This may be one of those times. The more you refuse to budge on a situation now, the more painful the outcome may be. Sometimes the brave thing to do is compromise. Keep going and do what it takes, even if you're scared. As long as no one is being harmed, push through and do what you need to do. You're at the end of one cycle and the start of a new one. What you don't willingly release now, if you know it has to go, wait, what you don't willingly release now, if you know it has to go, could be ripped from you. So release your grip on a situation. The idea of blood is often a frightening image. However, blood is also a giver of life. Without it, we wouldn't last long. Your situation is as it should be. Breathe and then keep on going. Additional meanings for this card: do some shadow work. A change is coming. Don't cling onto the past. And a portal of opportunity is opening up. Leave the past behind now for your own good. And about the symbol, the blood moon happens at the time of a total lunar eclipse. The moon appears to turn deep dark red because she's being lit up by light that's passed through the Earth's atmosphere. So I will send a copy of that to you. Thank you, Janice. I appreciate that. And if I do get something up, I'll let you know.
Pop-up card.
Pop-up card.
What is it?
That was
Is
Ariana's.
Zeriana. Quantum Quattro. There's a picture of it. It says, that's funny. This book, I spilt massage oil on it a long, long time ago, and it still smells like that. Quantum Quattro has amazing healing power and a dramatic effect on physical vitality. It brings about an energetic shift in integration. Self-understanding. You are an extremely complex person who is seeking wholeness within yourself. Examine all facets of your personality, especially those you hide from yourself or others. Accept those of value. Find the hidden deep within gift that find the gift deep. Good night, man. I can't read. And I even have glasses on. Find the gift hidden deep within mistakes. Forgive and let go. Release yourself from codependence and abusive relationships. Heal your inner child. Recognize the sources you have to draw on. Divination for this crystal. Karmic aspects need healing. Your question is nowhere near as straightforward as it seems. So dig deep and see all sides. The power of the whole is much greater than its component parts. Once you have all the information, you are invincible and evolve rapidly. The healing insight, recognizing that you cannot heal anyone else or influence their behavior, enhances your own well-being. The frequency is high, the chakra is energizes all, the timing is Taurus, Gemini, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. And the soul path is holistic healing for the soul.
I have turquoise, and then you will have Debbie. And I love that, Ulrich, about the photographing of the trees at night. So, turquoise got Moonlight Serenade. Change your tune. And it's a woman under a crescent moon playing a flute. I'll send that to you also. And these don't have numbers. You just have to flip till you see the name.
Got another pop-out card. I'm going to put it right on the top.
Ooh. Oh, here it is. Change your tune. Moonlight Serenade. That reminds me of a Beethoven song that I really like. I think it's like Moonlit Serenade.
Moonlit Serenata or something like that. Yeah.
Serenata, yeah. You may need to change your tune. Have you been harping on and on about the same old thing? Is it time for you to change things up? Maybe you've been a little too frantic and it's time to slow things down. Stop and hear the music of the spheres, the planets. Could it be that you need to change your mind, have a change of heart, or update your opinion? Is it time to choose love over fear? It's so easy to get stuck in particular ways of communicating. Maybe the person you need to get through to, maybe the person you need to get through to now will respond in a way that's more to your liking if you sing a different song. In other words, try a new tactic. Have you been obsessing? If so, stop. And remember, as Dr. Wayne Dyer taught, love Dr. Wayne, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Make sure you're not being stubborn. Holding your ground sounds good, but there's nothing wrong with admitting when a new tactic is called for, and one may well be called for now. Additional meanings for the card. Look at your question from a new perspective. Don't be afraid to admit if you were wrong. Allow someone else to take the lead. Focus on the good things in life. Relax a little and take it down a notch. About this symbol. To be in flow with someone, personally or professionally, we need to listen to them and get ourselves in harmony rather than trying to have it all our own way. Uh-oh. And I'll send that to you. Almost had a little accident on the floor.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, uh-oh. Oh dear. I really like the card on this, though. I like the art on all of these ones. I think I really like this deck already.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get that one.
I think so, because it's like one of those things sometimes when you really just need like a certain message, or God bless it, get off my thing. When you just need to hear a message and you want it to be more random, kind of like a tarot, but not like
Yeah.
too la la la. That seems to be the way that this one goes. I just lost my table. Whatever.
El Gato.
Okay,
All right, I'm
yes.
doing Debbie next.
Yes, sir. You've got Debbie.
cool. I was shuffling, one popped out, so I just set it on the top, and it is this card right here, which is, what is it? Appetite.
Mm-mm-mm.
Do you have an appetite for something? Let's see. It says appetite. Appetite works at the interface between consciousness and matter to let go of what is outworn in your life. Self-understanding. Clear away confusion or guilt. Accept the truth about yourself. You are a complex being with credits and deficits. Recognize these without judgment. Move away from aloofness or social alienation and show others who you truly are. You are perspicacy. Didn't say that word right, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, you have so much to offer by way of service as you access insights for the collective good. Divination for this crystal. Be inspired. Discern truth within. Recognize what is real in your world and restructure your reality. Don't be deceived by false fronts. See what is beneath. Develop your metaphysical perception. Things improve steadily. Understand the circumstances. You are merely learning opportunities. It's time to be of service to others. Teach what you know. Healing insight. Your intuition knows what's best for you. The frequency is high. Chakra's third eye base. Timing is Gemini. And the soul path is discerning the truth within. And I think that's a pretty good card.
Yeah.
It's funny how these cards, like, they're just cards, right?
Just a card.
Crystals, they're just cards. They're just rocks. Just cards. With pretty pictures.
I mean, it's just a pill. Pill can, does something. It's just this, it's just that. Well, crystal can do wonders for you. A card can do wonders for you.
Persnickety. There you go. My brain refused to say that word for some reason.
Isn't promiscuous. I have Janice G, and then you will have Linda.
That will pop up. Just set it on the top.
Yeah, Lori was the one to tell me that these were out. And they came out like a month before they came out. So I got to pre-order them.
I was going to order them, and then I got sidetracked, and then I forgot to order them.
Ooh. Janice G, you got the Moon Called Meant to Be card. I like the sound of that. Okay, yeah, Debbie, going to the bathroom. I saw your alert. You be safe and let us know how you are when you're able to update us. Sending you lots of love and
Oh, wow, yeah.
light. Whoa, my lights just went out.
You're in Clearwater? It's been raining and windy, funky weather here all evening now, too. Hunker down, as they say.
Wow, weird. Oh, shit just went out. No, I have no light. Janice. Book out. What the hell? What the hell?
What the hell?
What the hell? Let me plug my phone, plug this in here, because I had a USB hub till Bootsy threw up in it. It was a nice 35. It was a nice $35 hub. This one right here had all these different, lower settings, higher settings for like whatever I'm trying to charge. You could turn each like button on, off. I really, really liked it. I could have all of my stuff like, and she yacked right in it.
Gnarly.
And no, soaking it in rice didn't help. I'm just kidding, because people always say, bury it in rice. So, anyways, I'm just glad I have my cat.
Yeah, really.
I can get another car adapter. I cannot get another Bootsy. Meant to be.
I will be back in just a moment.
Meant to be. So you gotta use this book more to get it more broken in. This is the first time I haven't been able to find it. Here we go. Moon called meant to be. Some things are just meant to be, and it seems as though that might apply to whatever you're asking here. That doesn't mean you can just sit around doing very little or nothing and expect everything to fall into your lap. We're all constantly creating our lives, so you need to do whatever is necessary to steer the situation in the direction in which you want it to go. But move forward in the knowledge that you're on the right track, or this card wouldn't have come up. The situation has meant to be written all over it. And that card did pop out the back. Trust that and go with it. What's happening is good and right for you and your soul's development at this point. So keep moving forward toward whatever you want. Tuning into the lunar cycle can only help, so go for it. During the waxing cycle, new to full, and release your grip and attachment during the waning cycle, full to new. Additional meanings for this card. This is a part of your soul's journey. Follow your feelings. Create the reality you're dreaming of. Know that the celestial realms are on your side. The answer is yes. And about the symbol. As much as the idea of destiny is a lovely one, it's becoming clear that we create our own reality. How freeing and empowering is that? So I think that's a very cool card. Hey, John. So I will send that over to you. And Robert, you have Linda was next. Are you talking, Rob, or just being mysteriously quiet?
I forgot to unmute myself.
Oh,
It's this card, which is the Priscilla Bluestone. I love it when I turn to the page without even trying. Priscilla Bluestones planted healing energies from the land of the ancestors into a sacred healing landscape. The stone accesses past, present, and future. Self-understanding. You are an ancient shaman who has much wisdom to impart and the ability to journey through multiple dimensions in search of healing. You have unshakable core stability and an inner compass that directs you with integrity. Divination for this crystal. Use natural medicine for ailments. Pay attention to your boundaries. Dig deep into the past. Access your memories and cut yourself free. Examine your deeper intentions and roots. Live in the present moment. Find your own direction and face challenges with equanimity. You have the power to decide. Pay particular attention to your environment. The healing insight. Be true to yourself is the basis of all well-being, spiritual and physical. The frequency is earthy and high. Chakra is Earth Star and Soma, mid-hairline. Timing, Taurus, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. Soul path, developing a spiritual compass. Very cool card.
mm-hmm. I've got Janice, and then you have Craig, and that's the last two.
That's another pop out. Man. Just going to go with it.
So let's see. This is Janice. Ooh, New Moon Beginnings. And it has some tigers on it. I like the. I won't be able to send this to you, but I don't know if you can see this. New Beginnings. She's standing there between the tigers. Beginnings. The new moon is always about beginnings. You might feel as though you've been wrestling with your current issues for far too long, but drawing this card suggests otherwise. In fact, the message of this card is that you're somehow at the start of a new cycle with regard to life in general, or any specific dilemma you're inquiring about. Either your story is just beginning, or the situation you're asking about is old, but you're starting a new chapter. This is a very positive card, and overall, it suggests that you're headed in the right direction. But there are no guarantees that it's the direction you originally had in mind. Now is the time for courage and strength. You can make your dreams come true if you believe in them, and if they're what your higher self knows is best for you on your journey. Now is the time to make the effort toward whatever you want to achieve, knowing that you have the moon's support. Think about what you want to attract into your life and take steps towards that. Additional meanings for the card. A yes is coming your way. Chase your dreams. Start over. You're on fire in a good way. And ask your higher self for guidance. About this symbol, the new moon is the start of the lunar cycle and brings it with it fresh energy. Embody courage and strength, and you will be unstoppable.
Cool.
And what I might do is I'll still take a picture and I'll post on my profile, like just like the cards that I did tonight, and I'll just put them in like a little folder. So if anybody wants to see the cards, I'll put them there.
This one is for Craig, and it is Labradorite.
Ooh, one of my favorites.
Man, I was going to get some Labradorite at this last show. You know, I got that piece at the show a few months ago. And it's, I don't know, it's like,
You have a nice piece.
yeah, it's like 8 inches tall and a couple inches wide, a few inches thick. And I got it for like $24 or something. Sam texted me and she's like, "Ooh, can you find me a piece of labradorite?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll get you a piece." And then I went and looked at it and I was like, the cheapest piece I could find was like $69.
Oh my God.
I was like, yeah, it kind of went up in price or something happened. And she wanted an opal.
Oh, but jeez.
And opals are, you know, they're pretty expensive anyways.
Yeah.
And I took a picture of a spread of opals and she picked out one in the center. And she was like, "I really like this one." And I was like, "Okay, I'll go check it out." And I went over there and I asked the lady about it. And she pulled it out and showed it to me. She's like, "Yeah, this is black opal." And it's $8,000.
Holy cow.
I was like, "Yeah, you got good taste, Sam. It's $8,000. We're friends, but we ain't that good a friend."
I have this little tiny labradorite skull,
Oh yeah.
and he's like flat.
Uh-huh.
So you know, it's like the type people do like the cool like wire wrapping and stuff
Yeah.
around. But that was like six something. I got it on Etsy.
Yeah.
And it was already carved. And it's not like a full skull, but I have some other like polished. Well, not that I can find. Can you move your ass? Like this one here, I have like the labradorite heart.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I have some jewelry and such. But this is something I've always really liked, but have been becoming a lot more drawn to in the past year or so.
Yeah. Yeah, they had some killer opals here but yeah, they came with a killer price. So I didn't bring any of those back. Darcy got a couple little small opals at the last show that were pretty cool. But labradorite, the mind's eye. Labradorite raises your consciousness to connect to the mystical dimensions and the highest protective energies. It strengthens your faith in yourself and aids in intuitive guidance. Self-understanding. You are an intuitive being with the gift of foresight. Keep yourself grounded. The veil between the worlds is thin. You could easily confuse yourself with imaginings. Aim for clear insights. Hold on to common sense. It's your most effective tool in assessing situations and acting on those that are valid. The divination for this crystal. Beware of psychic vampires. Ensure that you do not have a leaky aura. You face a temporary setback, but a sudden reversal of fortune is possible. Be careful what you wish for. It may come true. Raise your consciousness to the highest level. Labradorite indicates capricious love. Healing insight. Giving your energy away is bad for your health. Establishing efficient interface with the outside world will protect your well-being. Frequency of the crystal is high. The chakra is third eye crown. Timing is Leo, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. And the soul path is opening the inner eye. And that is a labradorite. Cool. Well, it is now 9 minutes after 2. And I guess, did that get everybody?
Yes, yes.
Cool. Well, y'all have a good rest of the week. And I was telling Jamie at the beginning, before we started, about my little radio show that I've been doing on Station Head. I started out on AMP, which was an Amazon radio station. And then Amazon said that they're pulling the plug on it. So I figured, well, I guess I need to find someplace else. So for now, I moved to Station Head. So if you like music and weird stories and weird music, my music is all over the place. I've done reggae shows, swing shows, country shows. I've done a little bit of it all. And then I did a mixed show yesterday that was one end of the spectrum to the other. With some weird news and stories. I've been telling, some rehashing some of my ghost stories and telling a few new ones in between songs. So if anyone's inclined, download the Station Head app on Google Play or the Apple, whatever it is, store. iTunes store. And come hang out. There's a live chat room there and everything. And you can even call in. You can request songs. I'll play your song if you want. It's just like a little mini radio station with some hiccups. Because it is a free app. So I guess, it comes with its fair share of weird stuff. It's called Station Head. Actually, I can put the link in here. I do believe.
Make a wish, everybody. 11/11 on the 11th.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
I'm, as you know, going to sign that up tomorrow. That Stay Head app. Yeah, I did try to look it up, but I have to sign in with my.
Let me do that again. That's 2 links put together. Let me do them one at a time. There's one. And then that should take you to the app. And then good grief, man. And this should take you to my show. Once you get on Station Head, look for me. I'm OCV 13. Old City Vapors 13, just OCV 13. And I usually do a show in the morning, 10 o'clock my time. And then I'll be doing Blurry. I'll be doing one later in the afternoon or evening, too. Maybe we can get Jamie on there, too. It'll be like Weird Wednesday radio station.
Woohoo!
Kind of fun. Anyways, other than that, you got anything to add? Look for Jamie's jewelry tomorrow to purchase.
To go towards the kitty cat's vet bills and well-being.
Yep. The animals, they're not cheap.
Nope. Especially when you rescue them and you just want to do right and give them the best life that you can. And these guys came from horrible situations. And then I feel like shit because, something stupid like money, I can't take care of them the way I need to. And it makes me feel like garbage.
You're a good cat mom.
I appreciate that.
I know how you feel about your cats. They're like kids to us.
My babies. And they depend and they trust. And anything that looks at me and trusts me like that, especially when they're scared out of their mind on their deathbed and have PTSD and don't like what's happening, but they trust me enough to still pick them up.
Yeah.
And know that what I'm doing to them isn't pleasant, but I can never go against something that trusts me. Like I can never hurt or do, it just kills me to have something trust me and be scared like that.
Yeah.
But then I always know that they know I'm doing it for their own good, especially once they start feeling better. They will come up and like give me kisses and stuff. Like they have ways to let me know
Yeah.
that they understand.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm always like going to the store, you know. Darcy's like, because I cook my dogs food, I make their food for them. Sounds like a pain in the ass, but it's actually cheaper than buying food. So they eat like two little queens for sure. The other night I'm giving them dinner, cooked them chicken, and I'm like, and they just ate more chicken than I did.
Yeah, like who is it? Linda, I'll give my own morsel of food to save any animal.
Yep.
Think Earth Angels, we have a panel of Earth Angels. It's another reason I love you guys so much, because you guys all get it.
Yep. Well, cool. With that, we're going to get out of here. We're over time, and I might pee my pants. So better run for now, because
Before you're rolling.
ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time with that.
Catch y'all later. Thanks for hanging out with us. Good night.